Hey everyone, this is Dennis and I'm going to show you in the following video how you can use CodeNotary and its CLI tool VCN to protect your Kubernetes environment and how you can visualize everything in a Prometheus time series database using Grafana, or in our case the Opvizor Performance Analyzer. To get started, you basically just need to start a trial. I already did this one. So this is the CodeNotary dashboard. You can download the VCN tool from GitHub. So either you go for a release or you just clone the repository. And because we want to protect our Kubernetes environment, so only containers signed by us, so recognized by us as something we want to use, should be available. Currently, nothing is signed, so all containers are non-verified, and I'm going to show you how you can change it. But first, let's protect our environment. There's another repository in another GitHub project called VCN Kubernetes. We are going to clone this one. Let's get into the command shell. So I'm going to clone the repository, switch into the folder, and you're going to see a Docker file, Docker Compose file, and also a Kubernetes daemonset, and also the verify Prometheus. So that is actually the command that runs inside of the pod later on. You can of course check all the files out, but we are going to build the container now. So Docker Compose, build, and now everything is getting downloaded and the container is built. So we see here it's built here, but actually we want to tag it, and I'm going to use Opvizor PA because it's our Docker Hub VCN, and I want to push it on Docker Hub. Sorry. Of course, I need to say which one. And I want to push this container, better the container image. All right, it's uploaded. The next thing I want to do is to change the daemonset, that it's going to use the image I just uploaded to Docker Hub. So let's go into the daemonset, and you're going to find here an image. So that image is from the Untrust consortium, but we just uploaded our own. All right, that's it. And you see that this daemonset deploys a pod to every Kubernetes node, and it's automatically using a container port that has been defined also with Prometheus as a port that we are going to use as CodeNotary. Save this one, and now let's deploy it into Kubernetes. Has been created. Let's check the pods. They're already running. Perfect. That's basically it, right? Not so much, because now we want to make something out of the data. So what currently happens is that two pods are running, each on one of the Kubernetes nodes. And now we need to check if our Prometheus is catching already the data. And Kubernetes, you don't need to configure in any way, because that is the cool thing on daemonsets. And when you have a Prometheus running inside of your Kubernetes, that you can work with the annotations to make sure that everything is crawled automatically when the pods go online. So let's check our Kubernetes. Our Prometheus. So let's go the targets, that's correct. And let's check if there's, yep, currently it's down. says invalid. That is the case when the application starts, because of course now it needs to run through all the container images that are currently loaded inside of Kubernetes. So let's check it again. Now you see it's up. The second one is still down. It shouldn't only take a couple of seconds before the next one is also up. But we can already start checking if the data comes in. Let's just go for the VCN verification level. Execute. Yeah, there's already data coming in. So different containers, and you can see the status. This container actually are already signed, so therefore you see a different value. Now we want to check for a dashboard. So in Performance Analyzer, we have created a dashboard that you can import just to monitor the CodeNotary information. So let's import the dashboard. So I already copied the JSON. Let's load it, Kubernetes. All right. And let's go for it. And here we go. You already see there are non-verifiable containers, verifiable containers. Of course, you can change this one here, move it around, make this one bigger. So you can actually customize it to your needs. And you see now there are some trusted and some untrusted containers. Now let's go for the data container here, because we want to trust this one as well. So let's check what container that one is. Oops, sorry, we're in Kubernetes. Get pod. Then let's go for the data. Oh, actually, let's do an inspect. That's always when you mix Docker and Kubernetes. It's described. So let's check this one here. So this one is the image that's getting pulled. So let's pull it. And if you're sure actually that this container is the one that you want to run, that's the important part, then you can sign it on your own. So here we go. This is the image. And now let's sign it. I have VCN already installed. You remember that was the one from GitHub. So I'm signing it. I make it public. And I also want to declare that I'm the owner. Nevertheless, it's just that I trust this container. Make sure that you write Docker beforehand. And let's see, did something wrong. Oh yeah, of course, there's a little space in between. Okay, now I need to put in my password. Now the asset is getting signed. Now, let's try it again. That was the wrong password. Here we go. Now it's signed. And before we actually check our dashboard, let's verify it. Here you see all the data. The cool thing is VCN is not a local repository, so it's not a local index that is just on your own system and can be tampered with. It's actually a platform that sits on top of an immutable blockchain, and the moment you commit or sign better a file, a Docker image, giving your identity, you basically push the unique checksum of this Docker image, including your identity, to immutable blockchain, and it stays there forever. Of course, you can change the status. So if you don't trust it anymore, you can untrust it and so on. But the amazing thing is it's on the blockchain that is always on, nobody can tamper with. And of course, you can verify against that exact blockchain going forward and saying, I only trust it if, for example, the signer is this guy or a vendor or whatever. So you can also define who needs to be the guy that you trust. And then it becomes extremely powerful because now you can trust all the Docker images that you want to be allowed to run. And you can monitor and alert on it. So given you're a corporation or a company and you want to make sure that there will never be any image being uploaded, despite the tag latest, for example, you just sign the versions that you trust and you actually say they are okay and they can run in my environment. And then you just use this daemonset in your Kubernetes environment, or you also have a watchdog for Docker, and you get automatically notified if something changes in your environment. All right, let's get back to the image here. And if there's any container now trusted, yeah, and you see, here we go, the net data container is now trusted. This one is the other net data container. So this one was the master, this is the slave. So I can now start trusting all of these containers that I really want to run. It's as simple as that. There's a free trial, of course. And actually, if you are a non-commercial or open source contributor, just sign up with CodeNotary and you can do exactly what I just showed you. Have fun and secure your environment.